I just hold it. Just the whole time.
Should I turn on light?
No, don't. You gotta drive. We're gonna use the light from the road to do it. So we just watched a movie.
We did.
It was Kanye West thing.
In Whose Name?
In Whose Name? Some dude had the really deep thought of, is the title referencing the fact that he doesn't know who he is? Which completely contradicts the movie, because in the movie multiple times it shows the clips of him being like, please call me Ye. My legal name is now Ye. Please do that now. I was thinking, we were talking about it at the end of it. I don't know what the point was. There's no point to it. You don't feel worse or better about Kanye. You don't really walk out of it with any like new information. You just walk out of it like a new perspective. Yeah. I guess I honestly feel more bad for Kim than I do for anything that Kanye did, and she was barely in it. It was very. I don't want to say poorly put together, because that Act 2 was fucking awesome. I think that was at the end of Act 1 and Act 2. I think because the end of Act 1 was when he started to like become more sane. I don't know, like. I'm trying to think about it. Oh god, it's all leaving. I'm so low energy now. But
the guy who made it said he wanted people to form their own opinion, but
he didn't really give us much to form off of. He just showed clips that already existed online, but from his point of view.
Right.
And like I feel like there's at least 100 hours worth of missing content. That explains a lot of like stuff that goes like he'll go on these long ramblings and whatever, and sometimes it'll show that guy was coming out way too fucking fast. That sometimes it'll show the context of like what made him freak out, but you still don't really get it because you don't understand the conversation that led up to it. It cuts away really quickly and it does whatever. I don't know, man. There's no point to it in my opinion. There's like, were we supposed to feel more sympathy for Kanye? I don't. You didn't end it in a sympathetic way. The last act takes place in 2024, and he's like laughing about trolling people and rage baiting and doing whatever. But you had this really cool part in the middle, like Act 2, where he's going to church. He's actually helping people. Like the way that you see his brain work was fascinating to me. Yeah. To see how because I think he clearly does want to help people. I just don't think that, like, he understands that people can help him too. Mm-hmm. Like, was that open? That place looks awesome. Charcoal pit. Because whenever he did the church thing, or when he was working on music, or just like anything like that, he seemed genuinely happy. Like, he would like talk coherently, and he would be able to form sentences and like just be like a more personal guy. But then whenever he was getting more ego, and he was like talking about the money and the deals, and like
he was on SNL.
Yeah, when he was on SNL, he would stress him the fuck out. And oh yeah, the SNL thing where Michael Che fucking comes up to him. And he comes up to him and Kanye first looks at him and like he's laughing, he's goofy because like it's a guy that I'm pretty sure he enjoys. It's a black comedian on SNL that's surrounded typically by, you know, I'm not saying anything, but typically an all white cast of people. I'm pretty sure the only like Eddie Murphy was on it back in the day, Chris Rock was on it, but I mean like recently Michael Che and Keenan are like the only African Americans on SNL, right? That I can think of right now.
Some of that, yeah.
I think there's that black woman too, but I think she's newer. I'm talking about like staples of SNL. When you think of it, the African American cast, Michael Che and Keenan. You know that's. I mean, maybe I'm fucking up, but that's the only people I can think of right now. So Kanye, who I think was a fan of SNL, I'm assuming, goes on there, and Michael Che, he does that Trump speech, and Michael Che comes up to him and he's like laughing at first, and Che is like, why the fuck would you do that? Yeah. Like, you dissed me. Like, you understand that, my brother? Like,
I work here.
Yeah, when you talked about the SNL thing about how we're all, like, you know, corrupt and doing whatever, you do realize I'm a part of that too, right? Do you think I'm corrupt? Do you think... And, like, you started to hear Kanye choke up in his voice. Like, he was genuinely getting upset. Yeah. But he didn't understand why he was getting upset. He just understood, man, something is hurting my feelings. What is hurting my feelings? And he couldn't comprehend it was the fact that he probably made someone else upset, with his actions or his words. Because later on, we see in the car, he's like, that man, fuck that guy. He was just corrupted by the Matrix.
Yeah.
They're just controlling him. He's a slave. That wasn't the point. He made it the point because he couldn't comprehend. Like, and I don't think he did it to be an asshole. I don't think he was doing it to be like, oh, I'm not at fault for this. You can't put that on me. I think he generally just didn't get it. I don't think his emotional understanding was there.
It really reminded me of that Three Jesus thing where they changed it to fit the worldview. You know?
Yeah, the I forget what the experiment was called, but yeah, the Three Jesus experiment where they all every time someone would say something, the fucking Squelch Pack guy would just adopt that to his thing. No, it was the other one. But they would adopt it and they would start using it to further their belief system and everything like that. So Kanye doing that, it already started with him, and then he got into the MAGA stuff, and then people started corrupting him using his influence for their gain. Candace fucking Owens, that goddamn whore. Like, it's straight up, I hate her so much. She had that long, 3-episode rant about Eminem being a homosexual because he literally drops her name on a bar in a song. One bar in a song. And then it's nothing to do with her. He does it twice in 2 different songs, I think. He just references something about Candace Owens. I think he says her name once. And then she's like, you know he's gay? He's definitely gay. He's a closeted homosexual. It's like, no, bitch. It was a fucking act when he was playing Slim Shady. You're so stupid. And then to watch her not only hype up the whole White Lives Matter movement, but then use that to her advantage is fucking crazy. Like, Kanye probably wouldn't have had that idea if she didn't put it in her fucking head. Yeah. I don't understand. I get it. Like, he was surrounding himself with echo chambers. He wanted like-minded individuals. He found like-minded individuals, but they were manipulating him. They fucked with him. They did a lot. But again, there was no real point to the documentary. I don't think there was so much about Kanye that should have been shown that wasn't. The whole fallout with Kid Cudi. There's definitely footage of him rambling and yelling about Kid Cudi and doing all that stuff. The fallout he had with Drake, that was a fucking huge deal. The nitrous, what happened to that? Yeah. That was a huge fucking thing that just sort of went blown over. Like, people in his life were literally feeding him nitrous oxide, give it on top of his mental illness, and he wasn't taking his medication. And then that's just not even mentioned whatsoever. It just goes completely unfazed. Like, it just feels like, and then the whole weird, Charlie Kirk met up with him. I almost guarantee you that was made afterwards, like a post-production, added in there after the Kirk shooting thing, just to people can put on there and be like, oh my god, guys, Charlie Kirk's in the thing. The beginning part of it was just a cameo show. Fucking, we saw Travis Scott, Charlie Kirk, fucking Chris Rock came in.
LeBron James?
Yeah, LeBron James. And it just all these people Kanye knows. And it didn't, I was thinking it was going to set up all, the...
Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy showed up in the fucking thing. And I thought it was going to, have a thing later on. It was going to showcase, how him being crazy and how his mental health started to deteriorate his friendships with these people that he clearly had friendships with. But it goes fucking nowhere. Yeah. What was the first thing we started dying laughing at? He just randomly starts talking, now I gotta get this fucking shoe deal done, or am I fucking crazy? And it doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure the missing context that we don't see probably made it make sense. It flowed into it, but we don't see that because the guy just shows us that it feels like the guy was trying to make him look a little cuckoo. Yeah. And then at the end of the documentary to fucking call it out and just be like, yeah, Kanye even said, using Kanye's own words, you have to record everything because no one's going to see the through line. You were here for all of it. You saw the through line, but if no one finds it, they're just going to think it's another rant after rant, And the movie was that. It was you put that in the end to sort of be like, you see, guys, he wasn't just ranting the whole time. He had a reason, he had a goal. No, you bumbling fucking moron. You've proven the opposite. Yeah. You basically showed us he was just rambling and ranting and fucking just saying what the fuck came to his fucking mind. Yeah. It was fucking and they also have the whole clip of having it in the background while showing you do some weird detective-esque type stuff of having a bunch of random pictures on the ground with lines connecting them. Dude, you're making a documentary, not solving a fucking murder.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
It was so stupid. It's like, I like that the guy did it. I enjoy that Kanye allowed this kid to follow him around and do this and showcase some of it, because some of it was very enlightening. Like I said, the way he treated Kim, the way he would blow up at people, that a lot of that stuff wasn't shown, but like you see him do it, and he genuinely seems cuckoo. He seems crazy, but like people around him, they do want to help him. The way it was portrayed on the internet was they were just saying things on the internet, and they weren't actually doing anything to him in real life. No, they were actively trying to physically help him, and he wasn't doing it because he decided he was rich and famous and he would rather get into politics and do whatever.
He thinks he's changing the world.
Yeah, like I said, I think he genuinely got caught up in the whole thing of people kept telling him, you're going to change the world, you're doing great things, you're helping people, and then he wrapped his head around that, and he genuinely wants to help the world, but he can't have anyone else be like the head of it. It has to be his plan, his vision, his whatever.
Even when things are going wrong, he's like, this is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah. I'm a masochist.
Yeah.
And when everything started to go fucking haywire and he couldn't make excuses anymore for what he was doing, he just started leading into it. Like, I'm just a masochist. I love when people do bad things to me. They say that I can't do it, and I do it anyway, and it fucks it over. I love it. I think it's awesome. Like, it's just sad. And they didn't really harbor on the divorce thing that much. Like, it shows him being mean to Kim, her clearly sticking up with it and dealing with the stuff, even though she shouldn't have to, and she should have let them ages ago, but she did because she cared about him. And then it cuts to 2021, and they're divorced.
Yeah.
Because of the comments he made at that rally, which we only saw little clip-bits of it anyway. Like
right before that, she was like, I will never leave you.
Yeah, you show us the fucking renewing of the vows and everything, only to then do the divorce. Like, it's just a drama for the sake of it. Like, there was much more you could have made and much more you could have done. It feels rushed. It feels like there wasn't really a point to it. But I do generally, like, I do feel bad for Kanye a little bit. But at near the end of it, when he started getting self-aware and he was saying stuff like, no, I am kind of fucked up. I understand that I blow up at people sometimes. I do some fucked up shit. You start to understand you can't really feel bad for him because he knows what he's doing. He knows. He's just not getting the help because of his fucking ego. And obviously there's people around him that are feeding into it and not letting him get the help he fucking deserves, like he needs or whatever like that. But I just feel like there should have been more shown.
Yeah.
I just feel like we didn't see what it was trying to show us. Like, if they wanted us to get sympathy for him, show more of the times where he blows up at people and then feels bad about it. Again, and that might not be a thing. He might just not feel bad. But he blew up at a lot of people, and I don't.
Yeah.
There was
his cousin, his mother-in-law.
Yeah, that whole thing in Uganda with
that one artist.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, you blow up at your sister in Uganda for no reason, but we don't see why he's in Uganda. We don't see what he was doing there, what they were talking about beforehand that made him blow up. We don't see any of it.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of the context I feel like you would need to get the point across of that through line that they're trying to get at. Or maybe the guy was playing 5D chess and he was just trying to be like, you see guys, Kanye is crazy. I haven't heard Kanye do shit recently, in the past, whatever. I don't think it's going to. But, man. Well, it was a good film. I recommend watching it. It was fucking great. Like, it does showcase you a lot of extra stuff that, for mental health specifically, about how it fucks with your head, messes with you and everything. But that wasn't even a big focal point of it acted like it was. So they kept talking about it, but they never actually delved into anything.
It kind of assumes that you were there.
Yeah, it automatically assumes that you're a big Kanye fan, and that when you see him at Uganda, he was recording music over in Uganda, and that's why he was over there.
It's like when you're scrolling through your Snapchat memories and you see it.
Yeah.
You're there. But if you showed someone else, he's like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in Uganda until you told me.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And then that whole what was the clip where he was in that room with the architects? I'm the vision or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He says,
saying that's not what phones are gonna look like in the future.
Yeah, it's all that weird shit. But he has that quote that like when I'm the architect or some shit. That blew up for a while, and then that showcases a lot more of like what was going on around that area. And then you realize every time he was on like a news interview or doing anything, that guy was recording him to the side, getting the second perspective, and they showcase that a lot. But the thing is, you don't need to show that. We saw the interview. Just show the interview clip and then show you guys talking about it afterwards. But when it did that one where he was on the thing with the Cuomo guy, after he cut it off, he literally just went, "Oh, what are we gonna do next?" Like his brain was so like he didn't even give a shit. I literally think it's this weird parallel where he genuinely wants to care and save the world, but he lacks the ability to, and it's kind of fucking insane to watch. But I don't really feel bad because he did that Nazi shit, swastika shit, and he doubled down on it all in all. And then to come to find out, the White Lives Matter thing, he didn't even do it as like a political game move. He thought it was funny. He genuinely thought it was a bit. And he just did it. He was, I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 with the Jews, or it's fucking.
When he drew the thing, he was like, "Hey, look at this!
Look at this!
Like
DEFCON 3."
Just drew like the little fancy S for the person.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Like I wish there was more. Honestly, and not in the way of like, oh my god, the story was so good, I'm speculating now of like I need more to like, I just want more No, I want to understand it more. I feel like you need to see more to understand it, and there just wasn't that. But who knows? Okay, goodbye.